Hello everyone, it's Rockrin, and I'm coming to you with another video. I want to talk to you about... I don't know. I honestly don't know about this. The Jets have a quarterback. The Jaguars have a quarterback. Now, they don't win a lot of games, but, it could be the coaching, the scheme. It could be their division they're in, where, the better teams are everywhere around them. I don't know. But everyone's, all the pundits on the shows are talking about, just take Trevor Lawrence. Just get this dude. And I think the Jaguars should choose the best defensive player that's out there. Because they have Gardner Minshew. And I don't know if he's any good. I honestly don't know. He's as good as those other guys they've had. But the defense is the problem. His offensive line is the problem. So you draft the best defensive guy in the first round at number 1. Like a pass rusher. You get a pass rusher. Someone that will make opposing quarterbacks go like, oh shit, I got that monster over there. I gotta not do what I thought I was gonna do. So you have that, right? And I want the Jaguars to do well. I do. I'm not a fan of them. I feel bad. They were one game away from the Super Bowl a few years ago. And they only won one game this year. So I would say draft at number 1 your best defensive player that you can find. Linebacker, defensive lineman, DB, whatever it is. And then focus your draft around protecting Gardner Minshew. Because he's a good quarterback. He really is. He just doesn't have a chance. In the offense you've given him. And he's good. I've seen him be good. It's hard to grow in the NFL. I know this. Alex Smith got a chance. Fucking Patrick Mahomes got a chance. Aaron Rodgers got to sit behind a pro for years. Just saying. You threw this guy into the fire because Nick Foles got hurt. And it wasn't good. It's, But I'm saying only honest stuff here. Let Gardner Minshew have a couple of years in the same system. We'll see him win games. I know we will. It's Sam Darnold, too. He's had 4 different head coaches in the 4 years he's been in the NFL. That sucks for the young man. He should have a chance. They shouldn't just, replace him with some rookie. I mean, this is football talk on my channel, and I know no one's going to watch, but these guys... Do they? No, I'm not going to get into that. Yes, Gardner Minshew had a better upbringing than me. Yes, Sam Darnold was supposed to be the starting quarterback at some NFL team. I get that. I get this. That wasn't my future. That's not me. I wanted to be a pitcher in the major leagues, but I wasn't big enough. Holy shit. You ever seen real pitchers? Whew. 6'6", 250. Wow. That ain't me. Threw a mean strike, though. Anyways, it doesn't matter. These guys have been told since the day they were born they're going to be NFL quarterbacks. And for Gardner Minshew and Sam Darnold, I don't want their careers to be over. And there's a guy that was picked here in Arizona. Having trouble remembering his name. It's not my fault. He didn't play at all this year. He won as many games as Kyler Murray his first year. Why the fuck is he out? Out of the league. You know, I'm sure he's been picked up to be a backup quarterback. Wish I could remember the young man's name because he deserves a spot on a fucking NFL team. He didn't do anything wrong. Just thrust into the fire of the NFC West. Enjoy, yo. He won 3 games. Just like Kyler Murray did in his first year. But this young man is thrown away. I wish I could remember his name. Because he's not out of the league. He's a backup somewhere. But Kyler Murray went from 3 to 6 wins. Actually, almost 9 wins this year, I think. That's good. 10 wins, even. I don't remember. He didn't make the playoffs, so I don't care. But I hate the way that these young quarterbacks are treated. If you don't win in your first year, you're a fucking bust. Could it be the coach? Could it be the culture? Could it be anything other than the player? That's where I cast doubt. That's where I cast doubt. Because I've seen Gardner Minshew win. I've seen Sam Darnold win. And it's like, oh, these guys are busts. It's the coach. It's the culture. It's anything but the player. Because that player, since he was born, knew how to win. He knows how to win. And I think it's wrong. I think it's absolutely wrong. Just throw him away. Sam Darnold and Gardner Minshew, they go to other teams where there's a good culture, a good coach. They're going to win games. They're going to win a lot of games. I'm not talking shit about Jacksonville because I don't have any idea what's going on down there. You don't have the right culture for Gardner Minshew. You don't have the right coaching for Gardner Minshew. But you have some awesome players there. Your wideouts are exceptional. And your tight end is really good on offense. But your defense, that's the thing. The defense, since you let the guy go to the Rams, you've been unexceptional on defense. That's what I'm saying. Wherever Gardner goes, get him a defense, please. Because he's a real football player. Wherever Sam Darnold goes, get him a defense, please. Because he's a real football player. I'm not sure if NFL coaches understand any of this. I don't know if NFL viewers understand any of this. Concept is pure, and I know I'm right. And Nick Foles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Where the fuck is Nick Foles now? He was a backup quarterback in a good system for him and his style of play. So Gardner Minshew, you're not done. You are not done. I love you, man. I hope for the best. I hope they draft a defensive player and build around you this season. Because I'm not even a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I want Gardner Minshew to do well. You hear me, Gardner? I want you to be an NFL pro. I don't want you to be Fitzmagic. I want you to stick with your team and take it to the next level. But your team has to believe in you. And that's the hard part. I mean, your mustache and your, I don't know what you did, doing jumping jacks naked in the locker room. I mean, that's cool. Whatever. You got a big dick and you want to show it off. I am not unacceptable of that behavior. But I want Jacksonville to stick with you. Use the first pick to get a defensive player. Use the second first round pick to get you an offensive lineman, some running backs, you know. I want Jacksonville to move forward. I'm a New England Patriots fan, and I've had all the riches. I've had all the riches for the last 20 years, and I feel bad for other teams in the AFC. Yeah, the Broncos beat us all the time. But not anymore. Anyways, this is my update. I want the New York Jets to stick with Sam Darnold. I want the Jacksonville Jaguars to stick with Gardner Minshew. I want their number 1 and number 2 picks to go to defensive players. Not like Jadeveon Clowney. That guy, he just takes plays off all the time. I'm not sure what's up with him. Find a linebacker like Khalil Mack in the draft. Get him. Destroy the opponent. Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want. I mean, if you draft... If the Jaguars draft Trevor Lawrence, they're gonna suck. They're gonna suck. Justin Herbert worked out really well down in. It's almost the same sea level as where I live. It's not down. San Diego, or Los Angeles is what they call themselves, the Chargers. I want for Gardner Minshew to have that. I want for Sam Darnold to have that. I want the last tier of NFL quarterbacks to get a real shot. Justin Herbert just showed up, and he won like 6 games in the division with Patrick Mahomes. Now, don't get me started on Patrick Mahomes. That's another video. And if Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl this year, he's the most fortunate player to get drafted ever. He had to sit behind Alex Smith and see how that offense ran. And the kid just goes out there and flings it around. He's not even trying. He'll be on his back foot, like, fling, touchdown. It's unfair. Anyways, this is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Gardner Minshew, I'm here for you. Sam Darnold, I want you to keep your starting job. And Gardner Minshew, I want you both to have your starting jobs. And yes, I'm a New England Patriots fan. And my most hated team of all time is the Jets. Sam Darnold, I'm not against you getting another chance. It's going to be your fourth or third new offensive coordinator, a third playbook, and they're going to blame you, unless, of course, they get Justin Fields in here. They're going to blame you for everything that goes wrong. I don't want that for you. I want you to succeed. Because I know you're a good player. I've seen it. You won games in the NFL. That's not easy to do. Gardner Minshew, I've seen him win games in the NFL. It's not easy to do. Justin Herbert. That kid he's like Patrick Mahomes, just throws it wherever. He's rolling on his back leg, and he just flings it up, and somebody catches it. It's unfair. I mean, it's part of the rules, of course. It's in the rules. But for someone to have that much talent, or moxie, I think it's moxie sometimes, it's unfair. Anyways, that's my NFL video for the week. I hope people listen to me. I'm no fool when it comes to the NFL. Now, I haven't been a coach, but I understand coaching. I've been around coaches. I've never been a player. Well, I have been a player. Can't say that. Not in the NFL. Never. Never did I make it that far. Hey, Urban Meyer, don't give up on Gardner Minshew. He's got talent. His arm is strong. His feet are amazing. His footwork is great. He just doesn't have top tier people to throw it to. Hello, New York Jets' new head coach, whose name eludes me. Sorry. This is my bad. I'm making a YouTube video and I can't remember your name. Don't give up on Sam Darnold. He's had 3 different offenses in, and you'll be the 4th, I think. It's hard to do that. It's hard to change. And he's had to change every year. Every year, Sam Darnold has had to change. What was that statistic I saw? Over in San Francisco. Without Jimmy Garoppolo, they're a losing franchise. With him, they're a winning one. Is that coaching or is that playing? I don't know. But I know when Sam Darnold starts, the Jets are better than when he doesn't. And the same with Gardner Minshew. When he's in there, they win. When he's not in there, they win. They won 1 game this year. But I want them to build around this young man. They have the first pick in the draft. I want them to build around Gardner Minshew. Now, they're going to take Trevor Lawrence. I have this feeling. Urban Meyer is going to take Trevor Lawrence. So wherever Gardner Minshew goes, if he stays as the backup or he goes somewhere else, I hope someone gives him a chance. Because he's a good football player. And I don't mean that just as a quarterback. I mean it as a whole rounded individual. Gardner Minshew is a good football player. And so is Sam Darnold. And if Sam Darnold doesn't get a chance, at least to compete with Justin Fields, if they take him. But the coaches over there, they inherited Sam Darnold. They got a new coach. He's going to want his own boy in there. But if he can get Sam Darnold, I'm not going to say he's like the next coming or whatever. But he's a good football player. Sam Darnold is a very good football player. I don't want anyone to think anyone any less of him. Here's the thing. Tom Brady got lucky. I'm not saying he's lucky, but he was drafted 199 in the 6th round. He got to go to the Patriots. Drew Bledsoe got injured, and his greatness became. And I don't want to shit on Drew Bledsoe either, because my first football jersey I ever bought was Drew Bledsoe. And he's still my Patriots quarterback to this day. Fuck Tom Brady. 6th round reject. Yeah, he's done a lot for our team. He's done a lot for my team. And then he went to the Succaneers, as Skip Bayless says. And now they're in the Super Bowl in one season. They're in the Super Bowl. My team didn't make the playoffs, but I'm okay. I don't think we're going to get anybody elite in the next season. It's okay. Anyways, this video went on way longer than I wanted to talk about. What do you think? Should the Jets and the Jaguars stick with their quarterback? Peace.